Humanity's induction into the Galactic Council was a momentous event marked by ceremonial grandeur and galactic-wide broadcasts. The diverse peoples of Earth reveled in the promise of a united interstellar future. The Council, a centuries-old coalition of advanced civilizations, had recognized humanity for its rapid ascent in the cosmos and its undying spirit of exploration and innovation. As Earth's delegates walked the Council's revered halls, they were greeted with enthusiasm by many, all eager to integrate humanity's potential into the fabric of galactic society. Trade agreements blossomed, setting forth a new era of economic prosperity. Science and technology flourished as human ingenuity merged with alien advancements, unleashing a wave of progress and optimism. Yet, beneath this veneer of cordiality and cooperation, there brewed a silent storm of resentment and fear. Several elder races of the Council, who had watched the rise of humans with wary eyes, now saw them as upstarts disrupting a delicate cosmic balance. Jealous of humanity's growing influence, these factions quietly sought to maintain their historical dominance. Strategically, they began sowing seeds of division, manipulating events to cast doubt on humanity's intentions. Incidents were staged, and blame was cast, all designed to tarnish the reputation of Earth's representatives. With every diplomatic incident, the threads of trust were pulled, gradually fraying the fabric of the alliance. While humans continued their outreach with characteristic hope and drive, the Council's shadowy corners whispered of Earth's undue ambition. Alliances within the Council that had stood unchallenged for ages now faced a challenge they were unprepared to meet with grace. In the gathering dark, murmurs of a conspiracy against Earth began to spread, marking the start of a saga that would test the resilience of humanity's place among the stars. With Earth officially a member of the Galactic Council, human envoys found themselves entangled in the complex web of interstellar politics. Their fresh outlook and rapid response to galactic issues made them popular among the newer members of the Council, who had long sought reform within the stagnant political structure. Yet, this popularity only deepened the rifts within the Council. The ancient civilizations that made up its core saw humanity's ascendancy as a threat to the old ways. Behind closed doors, a faction led by the enigmatic Thalrians began to conspire against Earth, planting the seeds of humanity's downfall. This cabal orchestrated a series of accidents and incidents across human space, framing them as negligence on the part of Earth's governance. Secret pacts were made, and agreements were struck in the dark, all aiming to undermine humanity's standing within the Council. As Earth's envoys worked to navigate through these troubles, their every move was watched and often obstructed by bureaucratic maneuvering. The Thalrians, skilled in the art of subterfuge, leaked false communications and reports, painting the humans as aggressors and violators of Council law. The humans, for their part, responded to each accusation with evidence and reason, but the court of public opinion was beginning to turn against them. The orchestrated events took their toll, straining the relationships that Earth had worked so hard to build. The climax of the Thalrian scheme came when a human diplomatic vessel was implicated in the destruction of a sacred site revered by several Council species. Despite the humans' pleas of innocence and their own logs suggesting sabotage, the Council's verdict was swift and without appeal. Humankind's representatives were cast out from the inner circles of power, their voices silenced, and their presence in the Council chambers reduced to mere observance. With a single well-orchestrated lie, Earth's allies within the Council dwindled, leaving the humans isolated in a sea of stars they had only just begun to navigate. The indictment was unexpected and severe. Earth, whose endeavors had been driven by a thirst for knowledge and unity, now stood accused of the gravest crime in the Council's statutes, initiating aggression against a member species. Evidence, falsified yet convincing, was presented before the Council, implicating Earth in an unprovoked attack on a Thalrian outpost. Humanity's delegates, staunch in their defense, were met with cold indifference. The trial was a spectacle, a performance orchestrated by their accusers. Each piece of proof the humans offered was dismissed. The Council's once receptive members turned a deaf ear, swayed by the deceitful narrative woven by their conspirators. The swift judgment that followed branded Earth as a rogue civilization. Sanctions were imposed, curtailing human exploration and trade. Diplomatic relations soured, and former allies withdrew their embassies, fearing repercussions from association with the newly pariah Earth. Amidst the turmoil, Earth's ambassadors issued a final statement, their voices resonant with a mixture of indignation and warning. "We are not the aggressors you have been led to believe," they declared. But make no mistake, we will defend ourselves. To those who stand against us, run while you still can. This message rippled through the council space, a stark departure from humanity's usual diplomatic stance. It spoke not of submission but of a quiet, simmering strength waiting to be unleashed. Back on Earth, news of the betrayal ignited a firestorm. Unity, not seen since the early days of space exploration, rekindled among the nations of the world. The prospect of standing alone against a galaxy of enemies bound humanity closer than ever. Earth's governments, military, and citizens readied themselves for the repercussions of the Council's decision. The sentiment was not fear but a resolute determination to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The Galactic Council's ruling echoed through the cosmos, leaving Earth's interstellar aspirations in tatters. As trade embargoes took effect, vital resources from across the stars dwindled. Human outposts on distant moons and planets found themselves cut off from support, left to fend for themselves against a galaxy that had suddenly turned hostile. Earth's once bustling spaceports quieted, the flow of alien visitors and traders reduced to a trickle of smugglers and those few who dared to defy the Council's edicts. The flourishing exchange of culture and technology that had marked humanity's entry into the Council was replaced by a stifling blockade. In the face of this backlash, Earth's leaders refused to bow to despair. They extended a call to action, rallying the collective spirit and ingenuity of the planet. Factories that had once built modules for peaceful space stations now turned their efforts to constructing defense satellites and warships. Scientists and engineers, previously engaged in civilian pursuits, now devoted their expertise to advancing Earth's military capabilities. The response from the human military was equally swift and decisive. Fleets were mobilized, defensive perimeters around Earth and the Moon were reinforced, and every possible scenario was wargamed by the brightest strategic minds humanity had to offer. As Earth fortified its defenses, the Council watched with wary eyes. Their aim had been to constrain humanity, to pull the reins on a species advancing too quickly for their comfort. Instead, they had forced Earth's hand, compelling humans to demonstrate their capacity for war as much as they had for peace. The human diplomats, once emissaries of exploration and friendship, were now messengers of a grimmer reality. They traversed the space lanes, warning those who had supported the sanctions to reconsider. "Run," they said, "for Earth will not yield its sovereignty nor its right to the stars. We will stand strong against you and with you, but we will stand." This call to arms resonated with Earth's populace and its defenders in the sky above. If the galaxy would not accept them as partners, then humanity would face it as adversaries. But even in the shadow of war, Earth's message remained clear: it was not too late for peace, if only the Council would listen. Earth stood isolated but undeterred, a solitary world bracing against a galactic tide. The sanctions had brought hardship, but they had also ignited a defiant determination to survive and thrive despite the Council's condemnation. Across the planet, a collective effort emerged as the populace rallied to support their world. Former competitors in the global arena set aside their differences, uniting under the cause of planetary defense. Industries pivoted with remarkable speed, repurposing commercial technology for military might. Mining operations on Earth and the asteroid belt intensified, extracting the necessary materials to fuel the war effort. In hidden silos and shipyards, a formidable fleet was being assembled. The design of these vessels was unlike anything the galaxy had seen, a hybrid of human innovation and the best of alien technology they had managed to acquire before the embargo. The people of Earth, from engineers to soldiers, worked with a shared purpose. Training regimes for the military were overhauled, incorporating combat techniques that combined human tactics with the alien strategies they had learned during their brief stint in the Council. The Earth Defense Force, EDF, was established, an organization that drew its ranks from every corner of the planet, representing the best and bravest Earth had to offer. Their mandate was clear: to protect their home from any extraterrestrial threat and to secure humanity's place among the stars. The government's message to its people was clear: the galaxy may have turned its back on us, but we will show them the strength of our resolve. We will not be intimidated. We will not be subjugated. We are Earthlings, and we will endure. The military posturing and fervent activity on Earth did not go unnoticed by the Council. As reports of humanity's preparations filtered back to the Council's chambers, those who had once dismissed humans as a minor threat began to second-guess their stance. The Council had intended to rein in a potential rival. Instead, they had incited the rapid militarization of an innovative and resourceful species. Meanwhile, Earth's moon, now a fortress bristling with weaponry, served as a testament to humanity's determination. The blue marble of Earth, viewed from its lunar companion, no longer seemed like a victim of cosmic circumstance, but a bastion of unwavering will. Tensions escalated as Earth began testing its new fleet. The EDF's flagship, the UNSF Titan, a massive warship embodying humanity's indomitable spirit, was christened in a ceremony broadcast across the globe. Its departure from Earth's orbit marked the beginning of patrols through the solar system, an unmistakable message to any would-be aggressors that Earth was no longer a planet to be trifled with. Every launch was a statement. Earth was ready to defend itself, and any attack would be met with unyielding resistance.